Hey, America, all y'all out there, and all my friends around the world here at the Cardinal Skin Art and Gallery with Graylin and Seth Carter. We're just in the last hour that we're gonna get today for this tattoo. We got Charles here. We got a lot of crystals put beside our client to give strength and calming and inspiration and vision and grounding. You know, there's a lot of layers to the way we think about art as human beings, what it means to us, how we think about it, how we compartmentalize it. And Seth is a trooper. He has not moved one time as I've tattooed on him, except without asking express permission first, to stretch or grab something.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your strategy is for the last hour of a piece that you know is going to be multiple sessions?
Glad you asked. So we start with the basis of we know that it's not all going to get done today. It's impossible. We put the entire design as we want it to look when it's finished on to give us a stencil, and this allows us to first pick a starting place that makes sense and try to establish as many of the main elements as possible. The main element for this piece is the Soul Eater, but I think it's the split main element with the Japanese script that we have in here. I mean, they're one piece together in this background. Kind of an afterthought, but kind of, representation of the void and the energy coming off of this creature and the deeper meaning for this script. Anyways, so what I'm doing now. So with our design, we put on here our roadmap. What we essentially have is a negative space of how the background looks. And we have the design right here, the Soul Eater design. There's a lot of black background, but you see all these blue areas in here. So what we are doing is mapping out, bringing the areas that are not black. So we're tattooing everywhere and leaving open skin where the blue fading colors are going to go in the background. And so my goal here now is I'm trying to maximize the efficiency of how we use the time. We know that it's not all going to get done tonight. So how can we complete most of the areas where they look really nice and really clean? Like the inside of the Soul Eater is all going to be colored in various shades of light blues. But for now, we have enough of this outline and the details, the bold details of the outline, that it looks like as it could be a standalone piece on its own. Even though there's more, it'll give it more dimension and depth when we get the color done in Soul Eater.
That's cool. So like the client leaves with something awesome to look at in the mirror.
Right. So even though the piece takes multiple sessions to get done, we want you walking out of here with something that looks really sweet when you come in. So I'm trying to figure out now how I'm going to use our client's time to get just the maximum bang for the buck, and of course knowing that it's not all going to get complete. So I'll put it to you like this: if a project takes, say, 10 hours, you can't do it in 10 one-hour sessions. So what we're doing for the sake of efficiency is like, what are the areas that we know we need these black values mapped in and marked in where they're supposed to go. So we're doing that. And the main elements, like I had stopped and went over there to work that screw on the other side, even though we're not going to get to the background on this other side. And now I'm trying to just complete this quadrant, this part of the back over here. Bringing up these colors. And I have a whole network, like crisscross, of these skin areas that cross each other. So I have to be surgical in the way that I fill in this black without closing off any of these. So this is a part of the tattoo that's all shading work, and it takes a substantial amount of art engineering in order to be able to shade in these areas efficiently, get them nice and black without accidentally boxing yourself in where you lose one of the little flowy rays of energy. So that's what I'm focusing on now, on how we kind of call it roughing it in, where you just, we're marking our roadmap. And this means that when we come back to it, it's time saving, it's getting a lot accomplished now, but it's also time saving for when we come back to it. because we have a more coherent way to progress forward. And that's what I try to do with all the big session tattoos.
Hell yeah. Thanks for letting us take video, Kieran, while you're doing your work.
Yo, we love it. This is
Yeah.
a community, family-oriented place, and we want to involve everybody. You know, part of what, as you know, you were painting at our art station earlier, one of the ways that we try to involve the people is we keep a desk, art supplies and paper and paints, you know, just any type of little art supplies, and that's, you know, some of our artists
Right.
work at it, but it's specifically for our guests to come in here and make art. What we're doing here is art therapy. So it's, I mean, it's getting a tattoo, it's talking about your tattoo, but it's also just making art for the sake of art. It puts more beauty in the world. Every time you
Feels
put
good.
a mark on anything, you're making the world a more beautiful place, and we certainly appreciate your efforts in that. You know, we like to work with our clients to do that.
All right, Kieran, we're signing out.
All right. Thank you all.
The Cardinal Skin Art and Gallery, Mebane, North Carolina. Check it out. You won't regret it.